11. David desired morally clean hands so as to be able to worship before Jehovah's altar. PS 26. 6. On the other hand, Pilate vainly tried to clear himself of blood guilt in connection with the death of Jesus by washing his hands before the people. But in this way he really could not escape responsibility for Jesus' death, since he, not the howling mob, had the authority to determine the judgment. Mount 27. 24. The scribes and Pharisees o textoi acute miritra longo. Watchtower 1172. Watchtowers built for that purpose. 2 Chi 17. 9. 2 Ch 20. 24. Job 27. 18. Issa 1. 8. Siege forces attacking fortified places had watchmen or sentries to give their commanders military intelligence. Ja 51. 12. When King Saul was in the field camp with his army, he also had personal watchmen whose responsibility was to look out for their king's welfare. 1 Sa 14. 16. 26. 15, 16. Watchmen were often stationed on the city walls and towers to observe those approaching before they got close. 2 Sa 18. 24-27. 2 Chi 9. 17-20. At times watchmen made their inspection rounds through the city streets as well. Ka 3. 3. 5. 7. Fearful persons, awake during the dangerous hours of the night, might repeatedly inquire of the watchman if all was well. Issa 21. 11, 12. And it was only natural for watchmen themselves to long for the daylight to come. PS 130. 6. Happy the city that, in addition to the watchman, had Jehovah watching over it. PS 127. 1. Figurative use. Jehovah raised up prophets who served as figurative watchmen to the nation of Israel. Ja 6. 17. And they, in turn, sometimes spoke of watchmen in a symbolic way. Issa 21. 6, 8. 52. 8. 62. 6. 09. 8. These prophet watchmen had the responsibility to warn the wicked of impending destruction, and if they failed to do so, they were held accountable. Of course, if the people were unresponsive and failed to heed the warning, their blood was upon themselves. S3. 17-21. 33. 1-9. An unfaithful prophet was about as worthless as a blind watchman or a voiceless dog. Issa 56. 10. Watchtower. A place of lookout or post of observation, often built on a city wall. Seed tower. Other watchtowers were constructed in wilderness areas or on frontiers. They were principally designed for military purposes and served to protect a city or a boundary. They were also constructed as places of refuge for shepherds and farmers in isolated areas and enabled a watchman to warn of marauders so that flocks and ripening crops in the area might be protected. 2 Ch 20. 24. Issa 21. 8. 32. 14. A number of cities were named Mizpeheb. Metz Middle.Pe, watchtower, probably because of being on high elevations or because of notable towers erected there. Sometimes the Bible distinguished these cities by naming their location, as Mizpeh of Gilead JG 11. 29 and Mizpeh in Moab. 1 Sa 22. 3. A pile of stones was set up by Jacob and called Gilead, meaning witness heap, and the watchtower. Laban then said, "Let Jehovah keep watch between me and you when we are situated unseen the one from the other." GE 31. 45-49. This pile of stones would testify to the fact that Jehovah was watching to see that Jacob and Laban carried out their covenant of peace. Water. The liquid that is a major constituent of all living matter. Jehovah is the source of this liquid. 14. 7. So essential to the life of man, animals, and vegetation on earth. X 17. 2, 3. Job 8. 11. 14. 7-9. PS 105. 29. Issa 1. 30. He provides it and can control it. X 14. 21-29. Job 5. 10. 26. 8. 28. 25. 37. 10. PS 107. 35. God furnished the Israelites with water, miraculously when necessary. X 17. 1-7. NE 9. 15, 20. PS 78. 16, 20. ISA 35. 6, 7. 43. 20. 48. 21. Gave them a land having plenty of water. 8. 7. And promised to bless their water supply as long as they obeyed him. X 23. 25. Jehovah was responsible for the original watering of the ground by means of a mist arising from the earth, and he established the laws governing evaporation of water and its precipitation as rain. GE 2. 5, 6.